Hey, this is Brad with Tiffin Music. We're happy to have you here inside the Performing Arts Lab. We call it the PAL. This is the first week that the building's been open. We're using it for the first time for a summer camp that we're hosting here right now. This building was a steel mill and a factory making small parts for engines and such for almost 100 years. And we've got 2 of the old industrial bays converted into our Performing Arts Lab. So there's a rich history here in this building. We're going to go on into the band room. The band room is going to house our marching band and concert band. And we're ready for a band growing to the size of 150 members, and that's what we built for, because that's what we're going to have. And we've got some music going on in here right now. You can have a peek. As you can see, the band room's got instrument lockers and acoustical treatment and storage for all of our equipment. It's pretty exciting to have a space that versatile and that big. Heading on in here to what we call Rehearsal B. And you can see we're ready for the dance team to be rehearsing here early every morning. They'll be in here at 6 a.m. rehearsing on this dance floor. It's a sprung floor, which means it has a little bit of give to it. There's actually about 8 inches of open space down underneath so that the dancers can do their thing and not fear hurting themselves, straining their knees and ankles and whatnot. After the dancers are gone in the morning, this will convert over into a choir room for the rest of the afternoon. So it's a multi-purpose space, and we're pretty excited about the possibilities here as well. Going to head over into the keyboard lab, which you saw earlier in the week briefly. Now, we have a partnership with Yamaha pianos. We have our lights still set up, we're going to see. Partnership with Yamaha pianos, and you can see we've got 16 pianos in here, 32 pianos in the whole building. We have every Yamaha type of Yamaha piano that they sell. This is the highest tech bunch of pianos that you can get. Some of the pianos do just remarkable things that they blow my mind. You can have live real-time pianists working with each other from across the globe with almost zero latency. You can have a pianist giving a lesson from Paris to a student here in Tiffin if we wanted to do that, playing on the same piano. These are the more basic digital pianos, but these are going to be kind of the core of how our students learn and do their thing and become musicians themselves. This room will also have some workstations for students to do beat making. There's going to be a DJ turntable set up and some audio production and editing equipment as well. So students will be working in electronic music as well as getting their keyboard skills put together. Next up, we're going to pop our heads in the recording studio. This is really kind of the most exciting space for me personally, because this is going to be the core of, we'll head through here. This is going to be the core of our commercial music degree program. This is a vocal booth, just ISO booth that singers will be able to sing in. We're going to go into the control room, and we can talk in here, and the students in there working on it in a class can't even hear us, and we can't hear what they're doing. This will have a hybrid analog digital mixer. We'll be able to record 32 tracks or more simultaneously, and actually the entire building, and believe it or not, the entire campus is going to be wired for multi-track digital audio recording. So we can bring our rig into any room in this building or any room on campus and do multi-track recording as well. Really excited about that. This is top of the line build and supplies. This is like the most soundproof windows money can buy, and these walls are double block thickness, and there's really great sound isolation here. You've got a drum booth over there that's kind of in the dark right now that they're using as a recording booth. And you've got that vocal ISO booth, and then this is your live room, which has our Yamaha disc clavier piano, which I think you can see there. There's a student over there beginning to work on that. And that's one of those pianos that can work remotely around the world and do some really cool recording tricks that we'll probably want to show you later on because they're really neat. All right, so head out back into the lobby. not necessarily exciting to look at, but exciting for us. We got storage for all of our sound equipment and all of our technology and all of our instruments and stuff that we would have to take to our performance venue, which is just a couple steps down the hall in the Marion Center. So it's super convenient. We've spent 22 years hauling gear all over campus and all over town every day. So it's pretty cool to not have to move too much equipment too far very often. We've got 2 smaller rehearsal rooms. Aren't quite as exciting as the other ones, but they've got some great toys. Got a solo coaching going on in here right now, but hey, this is one of our small group rooms. This has another Yamaha disc clavier piano that matches the one in the recording studio, so we can actually have recording sessions bounce into here as well using a grand piano. This will be where, you know, our small groups like Up in the Air and Higher Ground and our other ensembles will do the rehearsals. There'll be a sound system that lives in here, and we'll never have to be competing for space anymore like we are now. I'm gonna head down around the other corner and call it a day. I wish we had our furniture in here, but we do have all our pianos, which is the important thing. We've got administrative offices. There's going to be another administrative office set up here with our GAs and adjuncts and whatnot. Another small group rehearsal room, 3 practice rooms here. And then these 4 teaching studios are soundproof and big enough so that they can serve both as offices and as rehearsal space for small groups and to teach private lessons. A lot of us teach voice lessons, drum lessons, bass lessons, trombone lessons, piano lessons, and whatnot. And rather than us competing for space, because we're teaching maybe 40 or 50 lessons a week all told, those of us that are here as full-timers can teach right out of our offices and not have to worry about fighting each other for studio space. And then we've got individual practice rooms for students that have pianos in them. Then there are 3 other practice rooms, which I won't take you to, that are open to students 24/7. So any student at Tiffin University who has the need to practice music, so members of our ensembles, students that are enrolled in music classes, we can code it so that they can key swipe into those rooms 24/7 and have access to a piano and a drum set in another room and a little recording setup in another room, so they can, when inspiration hits them to make music or to practice, hopefully, if that comes at 4 in the morning, we don't have to come let anybody in to do that. So pretty exciting there as well. So it's a practical space. We've got 14,000 square feet of former factory space converted into where we will now hopefully manufacture some great music. And we hope you guys can come out and see it in person as we get fully moved in for the rest of the summer. Once the recording studio gets outfitted with gear, we'll do this again and show you some of the cool tricks that our technology can do as well. So thanks.